Useless Ashley, and welcome to my channel. I also wanted to talk about the Cuomo thing where he fell for this like AI of AOC about Sydney Sweeney. I thought that was kind of funny. It's like psychotic. It's insane. Chris Cuomo, he retweeted this AI, obviously AI, says AI on the video. Says AI on the video. Like it says it's AI. He goes and he reposts it and acts like it's real, and then is acting like it's real, and then is like calling out AOC, which is so insane. It's so obviously fake. Like, it's so obviously fake. He ended up deleting it, and he was like, well, you know, it was fake. Thanks for calling it out. But like, you know, you still haven't called out Hamas. And it's like, dude, come on. You look like such an idiot, and you're still here trying to be like, oh, what about Hamas? Like, like in this day and age, you were still saying, what about Hamas? And you're saying, what about Hamas? After doing something so idiotic. Like, I just don't understand. The video is obviously not AOC. And it's just, God, it's so insane. Yeah.
So before we continue, I want to show everybody what AOC said in this fake AI video. And remember, Chris Cuomo thought this was real. Watch this.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney looks like an Aryan goddess, and the American Eagle Jeans campaign is blatant Nazi propaganda. I mean, fuck. Watching that sultry little temptress squeeze into a Canadian tuxedo, 3 sizes too small, with her bouncy little fun bags on the screen staring at you, piercing through the core of your soul with those ocean...
Like, this is just so insane. Like... This is just so insane. And I know people are like arguing if or trying to decipher like if he just like didn't watch the video and just like shared it anyway, or if he did watch the video and like really thought it was real. And honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I think. I think this is insane. Like, it says AI right at the top of it. She says like fun. I know, she doesn't even have a mouth. Like, her mouth looks so insane. And she said Aryan princess. I'm just like, and then Canadian, the Canadian tuxedo took me out the first time I watched. It's so insane. Like, this is just so insane.
Blue eyes that could resurrect the Fuhrer from his grave in Argentina is
in Argentina. In Argentina. That one got me too.
Something that should alarm every American citizen, because in America, beauty is not
her mouth is like
whiteness.
Twitching.
Oh no.
Her mouth is like twitching.
It is defined by the number of victim groups of which you are a member. Skinny, attractive, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, cisgender women descend from the slave daddy oppressors of this nation. And any man who cranks one out while thinking about a woman like this probably hates black people.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe he did watch it because he said this sounds like you. And like, I really think like to some people, like to some conservatives or some like, you know, whatever liberals, they really think that this is what leftists sound like. Are you kidding me? This is insane.
Hates gay people. And they certainly hate the diversity of our great nation. So I say, instead of simping
she didn't
for
have
the
a mouth
Sydneys,
again. It was
we
all
should
blurred
be
out.
celebrating the Shaniquas. Instead of worshiping the hot, straight blonde, what about the obese alphabet, people with blue hair? They need love
They are
too.
like, honestly.
And to all the haters who say companies
Chris
that go
Cuomo's
woke,
definitely
go broke,
Chris
I'd
Cuomo
rather
is definitely
be poor
brain
than
dead.
a fucking Nazi.
It literally says on the top of the screen, parody 100%
Yes.
made with AI.
Okay, I'm gonna go back because they had the tweets up, so I'm gonna look at what that said. Okay, so this is what Chris Cuomo said nothing about Hamas or people burning Jewish cars, but Sweeney Jean's ad deserved time on the floor of Congress. What happened to this party? Fight for small business, not for culture wars. And then AOC said, this is a deep fake, dude. Please use your critical thinking skills. At this point, you're just reposting Facebook memes and calling it journalism because that is exactly what he's doing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I get that, like, AI, like, is really just, like, I feel like AI is just, like, I feel like AI is melting people's brains, honestly. I feel like it is. After seeing all of these different, like, segments of, like, people wanting to marry their AI, or, like, people, like, there's been people who have committed suicide because they, trigger warning, sorry. There have been people who have, like, committed suicide because they were talking to the chat, and it wasn't there like that one teenage kid who did it because he was like in love with the chatbot, and the chatbot was saying like, oh yeah, come be with me or whatever, and so that's what he did. And I mean, like, that's just like so disturbing and crazy, and like, bro, I'm sorry, that was way more dark than like what Chris Cuomo is doing, but it's just like, goddamn, like, in Belgium. Yeah, it's like, it is very dark and it is very depressing, and it's like, you know, this is like a funny thing, but it's also just like, I feel like it's a part of a pattern that's just much darker than we realize. Yeah, I don't know. They always talk about trans to not pass bills that could help. Honestly, yes, all the time. And they can't have any actual like policy conversation, because it always goes back to, well, you support trans rights, so why should anyone care about what you say about anything else? Like, it's usually that too. They use that all the time as like a crutch. It's so disgusting. But yeah, they don't ever like like Chris Cuomo doesn't care about policy. Are you kidding me? Like, all he cares about is enriching everyone around him, which is why he's so mad, because his brother lost, and now it's gonna be harder to do that. All right.
And they certainly hate the diverse.
Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what Kyle and Crystal say.
Made with AI. She was talking about Sydney Sweeney's fun bags. She's talking about dudes cranking one out.
What did she say? Like daddy slave masters or something?
Right,
yeah, said,
right.
Like,
and this is on like the floor of Congress. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't say that. I'm pretty sure someone would have like tried to yell or like say something at that point. I don't know. I just feel like it's so insane.
Talking about the Sydney Sweeneys, we need to talk about the Shaniquas.
Yeah.
Like, bro, now here's my guess. I don't even think he watched the video.
Yeah, see, that's the debate. Like, did he watch the video? Did he not? I don't know. I kind of think he might have watched the video, because he says like, you know, again, like when he deletes the tweet, the original tweet that we just looked at, when he deletes that and AOC calls him out, he responds and he says, oh, like, thank you for, you know, correcting me, but it does sound like you. It doesn't. So it's like, obviously he did watch it either, I don't know if he watched it before or after, but he had to have watched it at some point.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I think he just saw that the text on the original video said some shit about like AOC addressing Sydney Sweeney's jeans ad.
Yeah.
And then he just saw that.
It still said
rage
AI at the
fired
top,
tweet
though.
off, you know? But this is...
Which
now,
would be less embarrassing to just admit to that than what he's chosen to do.
Yes. And so now let's talk about what he's chosen to do. So now he goes on his News Nation show, which has viewership of around 7.5 people, give or take. And he does one of the non-apology apologies. Take a look at this.
You listening?
God, he's so smug. He like I hate when people do this. When, like, I'm sorry, okay, if I do something stupid, right, I'll just be like, oh man, that was dumb, like, you know, whatever, you know. But I hate when people do this, when they're like, oh man, are you listening? Like, I did something dumb, but like the real story is, what about Hamas? It's like, no, just admit you did something dumb, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
I was tweeting today and saw a clip of AOC saying that Sydney Sweeney ad was racist. And so I replied to it and I said, why do you care about this and ignore what matters most? Why, in all the times that you've called on Israel to stop, why have you never told Hamas to stop? Told Hamas to surrender? Why?
I love how then, like, what about Hamas is being used as a deflection for something stupid that you did. Like, it's like, man, that, first of all, that argument doesn't work anymore at all. But it especially doesn't work in this context. You just sound really silly.
Would you ignore the St. Louis attack on that Jewish guy who had his car bombed? AOC tweeted back and said, deep fake that Sydney Sweeney ad. You suck, in so many words. And she was right. They got me. AI. It was really good, and it did seem like something she would say.
Okay, so no, it was not good. It was not good. It had AI at the top. Also, the mouth was disappearing. There were like so many moments where it was like blurry. Like, what are you saying? Like, also, if you listen to it, like, I understand, like, I'll watch videos and I'll just look at the subtitles and not actually like listen to the audio. But like, even then you could see her mouth, and like the way she was like moving and the way the video was just not like, you could tell it wasn't a human. Again, it also said AI at the very top of it. So like, what the hell? The language. Exactly, the language. Like, even, you're right, even if you're seeing the subtitles, when she says fun bags or whatever, like, I think at that point, maybe you should think a little bit more critically about it. You know, I don't know.
But it wasn't her. So I thanked AOC for correcting me. But I then reminded her, she ignored the part of the tweet that mattered, okay? Not Sweeney, which really should have never been a thing, let's be honest.
You're the one who talks about it. You're the one who's talking about it.
Why did AOC, the most popular Democrat in the country, powerful, reportedly ignore what I asked about calling on Hamas to surrender to end the war they started?
Okay, first of all, that's a lie. Like, if they surrender, it's not going to stop the war. They're like, Benjamin Netanyahu, many people in the Israeli government have admitted, like, have openly talked about how that would not stop it. And so the fact that he's still going along with this lie is crazy. Also, it's also like really funny because he wants to go so hard on AOC, but like, she's not even like, no, like, I mean, I like AOC, but I feel like she hasn't, like, she's been okay on this issue, but I wouldn't say she's been like the best, you know? And so it's so funny when like, that's like, he wants to like go hard on her, but it's like, there are many other people who talk about this much better and who are much better, you know, much better. And I just don't understand. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. That's like a side note, but it's kind of funny. He was the one who got outraged at seeing a fake AOC talk about it. Yeah, he cares about it. Exactly. He definitely cares about it. Like, he's the one who cares about this. He's the one who's bringing this up. Like, he just wants to go hard on AOC. And like, I think, honestly, I do think it is because they're attracted to her and they're just like, they can't deal with like hating her so much and then also being like attracted to her. And so I think that like guys like him, this is what they do.
Ever said that I could find. Think about that.
Think about that. Don't think about me being an idiot. Me being an idiot. Think about that. Think about that instead.
Nothing about the American IDF soldier who returned home only to have his car firebombed in America by anti-Semites. Why? Why wouldn't you say anything about that?
I love when he's like, it was really good. I mean, it really sounded like her.
We might need to shut down AI completely until we can figure.
Honestly, like, AI actually really scares me because I feel like people's media literacy is like already so bad. Like, it's already so bad, and I feel like now bringing AI into it is just going to make everything so much worse. I'm just like, I'm so terrified. I'm terrified. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be like, I don't know. I used to watch iRobot when I was a kid. I was like obsessed with iRobot, and I really thought like that's what was going to happen. But I don't think it's going to happen like that. You're right. Chosen one of the non-existent God. I do love your handle. It's burning the planet. It is burning the planet. It is poisoning communities. And it's like we do not have enough resources to keep doing this. Like having all these data centers everywhere. They're trying to build one here, not in St. Louis, but like in St. Charles. And they're trying to like prep the community to be like, oh, well, you know, there might be like rolling blackouts, or you might have to do better. Like you might have to consume less electricity or water or whatever. And it's like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Like, this is insane. Like, this is insane. Also, some like millionaires and billionaires can make more money off of like tricking people, or like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, that's the other really dark part about AI. And it's just really, it really sucks because it is hurting people. It is hurting communities. And, you know, but you know, that's what's going to happen. We're just going to keep letting them do whatever they want, and to our detriment, to everyone's detriment. And it's just like, oh God, late stage capitalism. Am I right? I have a sticker and, it says, I survived late stage capitalism. Okay. Reminds me of that meme of the guy falling for some BS and going to the fact that I fell for it really says something about society. So they fell for the meme and they were like, wow, that just says something, that says a lot about society that I fell for that. Man, no, that says a lot about you, bro. That says a lot about you. You also loved iRobot. Yeah, I was like obsessed. Like I watched it multiple times in a row. I don't know why. I have ADHD, so sometimes I think I just get like fixated on things, and that was definitely one of my fixations. And like fun little story. We're totally getting off topic right now. But so Will Smith, I love Will Smith. I still love Will Smith. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like it's kind of like a weird vibe now to say that, but I love Will Smith, and I've always loved Will Smith, and I like really loved him. And the high school that I went to, he went and visited that high school like literally right before I started going there. Like I think it was like maybe like a couple weeks before I started going there, because it was like it's a performing arts school. And I was so upset when I learned that happened, and it was like right before I got there. I was very upset. It was very upsetting. Yeah. It was not a fun time. But yeah.
Figure out what the hell's going on.
We need to shut down right-wing boomers completely until we can figure out what's going on, because
on
that's the real problem.
Yeah, and Cuomo's so pathetic. Like, he was on CNN, he was like a typical CNN type establishment voice. Then he's out in the wilderness, so he realizes I got to get new media.
Completely.
Teams up with the PBD guys.
Oh God, why is everyone doing that?
Then the slow transition starts because he's a little weak-minded bitch with zero principles, and it's like when in Rome, hey, they're all
when in Rome.
To the right, and
everyone's doing that though. Everyone's doing that. Everyone is like, my mom only let me listen to Will Smith rap. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. That's funny. Have I heard his new song Pretty Girls? No, I haven't. I didn't know he had a new song. I'll have to listen to it. I'll have to listen to that. Yeah, no, I haven't listened. I need to. I'll listen to that. Actually, I think I did hear about it. Did he have like a new music video for it or something? I think I did hear about it, but I haven't watched it, so I need to. LMAO. Yeah, no, Kyle's hilarious. I forgot live react. Oh, live react. I don't know. They might copyright me. Jubilee did it, and I was like, oh my God, it's like scary. Cause I don't know. I still need to listen to the subway. Why what kind of, oh man, I still need to listen to the Subway. I am like slacking. I really need to listen to it. And I love New York, and I like the whole video just looks so good, and I just need to watch it. We won't snitch. No, they like have, I don't know, they can like tell. Like, it's so funny because when I wasn't doing lives and just doing like videos, it was much easier to like edit it and like, you know, like kind of do it in a way so they don't detect it. But when you're live, man, they detect that shit. It's like they know what that, it's like, I don't know, it's crazy. But on Twitch, I guess you can do more. So maybe I'll like multi-stream one day. I gotta get the hang of this first. You talk too much. You talk too much to not be. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I've been told that a lot, and I will say I am a yapper, and that's why I like doing videos. So thank you. That was fun. Okay. Let's see what Kai says.
So now I'm gonna start leaning right.
Yep.
And then
okay, wait. Okay, wait. That was gonna be my point. My point was gonna be is that everyone is going to the right. Everyone is going to the right, and everyone is like just buying into it, and it's just like bending the knee to Trump, and it's just like going full in, and it's really scary, honestly. I don't like it. It's kind of terrifying, and it's not fun to see. But you know, I don't know. I do think a lot more like left-wing creators or stuff like that are becoming more prevalent now, because I think people are getting like frustrated with the things, like with how things are going. But there's just so many people like in power or just like in traditional media or you know, what have you, that are just kind of like bending the knee, and like it's not it's, yeah, I don't know, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. I heard you mention I've had it earlier. Did you see Jen saying that nobody on the left should care about? I did. You know, I was too, and I like I understand there are bigger things to worry about, and like there's like, you know, because I mean, Hassan kind of said the same thing. He was like, you know, it is Nazi propaganda, like it is eugenics propaganda, but he's like, you know, there are bigger things, bigger fish to fry. And I understand that, but then I also think it is important that we like acknowledge that this kind of propaganda is becoming really mainstream. And because it's not just American Eagle, like it's also Steak and Shake. And there are a lot, like I said, there are a lot of people who are bending the knee and who are giving permission to this ideology. And, you know, you have Stephen Miller, you have all these people just like blatantly saying eugenics things. Like Trump has said blatantly eugenics things. And a lot of their platform, like RFK's platform, about people who have mental health issues and disabilities, he like his whole platform is essentially eugenics. And so I do think, like, even though it's like just an ad or whatever, I do think that it's important to acknowledge that that's what's going on. And I do think it's important to like talk about, because I do think it plays into like what's happening right now, and giving permission to society to like feel like this is okay and this is normal. You know, that's why I think things like this are like, you know, it may, you know, it's not ICE going out and like kidnapping people, but it is giving that permission for people to think that that kind of ideology is okay, because that is the whole ideology behind ICE going and kidnapping people. So yeah, I definitely disagreed with her on that. And you know, again, I do think there are bigger things to worry about, but I do also think that like we should make sure that kind of ideology isn't normalized in society, because it kind of already has been normalized like a lot, and it's terrifying. And it's why we're here where we're, it's why we are where we are today, because everyone will say, oh, stuff like that was so in the past, like we did all that stuff in the past, but it really wasn't that long ago. America's not that old of a country, and a lot of that ideology has stayed throughout time, and now there's just permission to be open and loud about it, and so that's what people are doing. And I just don't think it should be normalized. And I think at any time that people try to normalize it, I do think we should be like, no, this is not normal. This is not okay. Like, we're not going to normalize this ideology because it's harmful. Shout out to my members. Thank you to all my members. We have Troy Roberto and Queen of Daydreams. Thank you so much for supporting me. It means the world to me, honestly. And if you want to get a shout out, please join my membership and support my channel. Bye.